Good evening, Chairman Hudak, ladies and gentlemen of the Freeholder Board, Bruce Patterson Garwood. Last week you actually covered a lot of Q&A on this with your directors, so I have minimal questions.
What did you say?
Did I say thank you?
Don't think that was it.
Sometimes I say that. Page 4. Hey, I even compliment you occasionally. Page 4, number 268 at the top. Rubin and Glickman is getting $10,000 for personnel council. Could somebody come up and just explain what's the purpose of that? Number 269 on the same page right below it. Alamo is getting $81,900 for miscellaneous dam repairs, and they're providing construction administration and inspection services. So there's not actually a tangible, hard construction product here, but it's just administration and inspection. And for $81,000, that sounds like a lot of money. But just to comment, Alamo donated $13,000 to you and your cronies in the last 4 years. So I'm just wondering, is that the reason why you're giving that big number to them? And also, please explain exactly why it's $80,000. Number 273 on that same page for SMG is getting $88,000 to provide paid communication services. And I forgot who the director was, came up and did explain what it was about. And I believe Freeholder Jala actually asked a reasonable question because this communication services includes runnels. And if you're going to sell runnels, then obviously whatever dollar amount should really be recognized to be deducted. It's a not to exceed. That's the way the director explained it to Freeholder Jala. However, we have to understand what portion really is for runnels so we know we don't exceed $88,000 less the portion that really is for runnels. So if somebody could come up and explain what that number is. Page 5, item 277 and 280. These are increasing appropriations for legal cases to Weber Dowd, who's, I guess, representing the county in a couple of cases. But I'm not interested in that case. I'm just interested in Weber Dowd, why they're getting the money. One's now a total of $83,000, another's a total of $70,000. Looking on the elect site for the last 5 years, he donated $10,800. And I'm just wondering, is this why his numbers are going up and up and up at $5,000 and $15,000 jump? If somebody could just explain if that's the reason. Number 282, it looks like you're settling litigation with Vespa, and there's a number of $12,569 involved. And I really didn't understand what this was. Nobody asked a question last week, but who is paying the $12,000 and exactly what was this litigation about? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other comments?
Pat Moschetti, New Providence. Good evening, everybody. On page 3, number 263, it's an extension of medical health care services for inmates and residents.
It is 260, correct?
Yes. We're having a 3-month extension. If you were to extrapolate that, does that mean we're paying about $5.6 million for medical health care for inmates for the year? I was wondering if that's an easy extrapolation to make, or if it's not, what would the right number be for a yearly basis? On page 5, 276 and 280, which Bruce had just mentioned, there's a lawsuit, I guess, with Beverly Figueroa involved. This is a $45,000 increase for these 2 resolutions, which add up to $205,000 currently. What other law firms have we been paying in addition to these 2 that would make it even more than $205,000. That has happened in the past. This is only talking about resolutions on these two particular law firms. What other law firms are involved?
Well, those, we're only discussing these resolutions.
Okay. So what percentage of the total law bill are these two resolutions in this particular lawsuit with Beverly Figueroa versus the county? 205 is what percent of the total? Thank you.
Any other questions?
Good evening, Chairman, Freeholders, Jim Bittner. Is this the question part of the meeting?
It's comments, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. So we changed the procedure again. But people have been asking questions. I guess they're just rhetorical in nature? Or you just don't intend to answer them?
I didn't say that.
Oh, I'm curious. I guess maybe when I sit down here, answer them all in one fell swoop. In any event, Resolution 253 and 254. Curious,
What were those numbers?
excuse me?
What were those numbers?
253 and 254. Is the mic on? Okay, all right. Curious, are both these resolutions retainers in nature? Will these monies be spent regardless if work is performed? Or do we actually have in our crosshairs some open space that we're looking to possibly purchase? And I was wondering, if that be the case, what would be that property? Thank you. Since we have not purchased property in open space in a couple of years now. Thank you.
Any comments, other comments from the public? Close that portion of the meeting.